Ever get that feeling like, we're always looking for these big, complicated answers to feel better.
Yeah, totally.
But what if the real magic is, like, in the small stuff?
The everyday things.
Yeah. That's actually kind of what we're diving into today.
Ooh, I like it.
This source, Simple Habits for a Healthy Life, it's all about how these tiny changes can lead to some pretty big results, like just little tweaks to your routine.
I'm all ears. What kind of stuff are we talking?
Well, it gets into some interesting things you might not even think about, like they talk about how starting your day with a glass of water can actually make a difference.
Really? See, I always thought that was just like an old wives' tale or something.
Me too. But apparently there's actually some science behind it.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, after sleeping all night, your body's got to be dehydrated, right?
Right. And that first glass, it kind of jumpstarts your hydration for the day.
Which is essential for, like, everything. Your cells, your energy levels.
Everything. It's like hitting the reset button for your body.
I love that analogy. Setting yourself up for success from the moment you wake up. It's powerful.
It is. And speaking of setting yourself up for success, the source also talks about the importance of sleep.
Of course. We all know we should be getting enough, but sometimes life gets in the way.
Exactly. But this source, it really dives into the why behind it, like why it's so important for our health.
It's not just about feeling rested, right? It's so much more than that.
Right. When we sleep, our bodies are busy repairing tissue, consolidating memories, regulating hormones.
It's amazing what our bodies do while we're snoozing.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And consistently getting enough sleep, it strengthens our immune systems, improves mood, even sharpens cognitive function.
So it's not just about avoiding those dark circles under our eyes.
Nope. It's about giving our bodies and minds the time they need to recharge and function at their best, like truly recharge.
I think we often underestimate the power of good sleep.
We do. And, one thing the source mentions is creating a relaxing bedtime routine.
Oh, that's a good one. I've heard that before.
It can make a huge difference, like dimming the lights, disconnecting from screens, maybe reading a book.
Signaling to your body that it's time to wind down.
Exactly. I've actually started incorporating some of those into my routine, and I have to say, I do notice a difference.
It's the little things, right? They really do add up.
They do. It's amazing how these small changes can have such a noticeable impact.
It's true. And that kind of leads me to another point that the source delves into: stress management.
Yeah. That's something we all struggle with, right?
Especially in today's world, everything feels so fast-paced.
It does. But the source actually recommends incorporating mindfulness practices into our daily lives.
Mindfulness.
Yeah. Even just for a few minutes each day is not about becoming like a meditation guru or anything.
More like finding little pockets of peace throughout the day.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that stress is a normal part of life, but it's how we respond to it that matters.
Right. And mindfulness can help us regulate our emotions, gain some perspective, and respond to challenges with more, clarity and resilience.
It's like a superpower for your mind.
I like that. Mindfulness as a superpower. We should put that on a t-shirt.
Totally. But, it seems like a common thread throughout this whole source is that it's not about making these huge, drastic changes.
Right. It's about making small, conscious choices.
Consistently.
Yes. And over time, those choices, they add up to a healthier, happier you.
It really is empowering to realize that we have more control over our health than we think.
We do. We don't need to wait for the perfect time or for some big life change to start incorporating these healthy habits.
And that actually brings us to one of the most interesting points in the source.
Oh, what's that?
Cultivating a positive mindset.
Interesting. I wouldn't necessarily think of that as a habit.
Right. I was surprised, too, by how much emphasis it placed on the connection between our thoughts and our well-being.
I can see that, though. Our thoughts definitely influence how we feel.
Exactly. And it's easy to dismiss positivity as, like, fluffy feel-good stuff.
Yeah, I get that. But the source really presented it as a powerful tool for better health.
It did. And it makes sense when you think about it.
Sure.
A positive mindset is linked to lower levels of stress hormones, better cardiovascular health, even a stronger immune system.
So it's not just about feeling happy, it actually has a physical impact on our bodies.
It seems that way. It's like our thoughts have this physiological effect.
Wow. It's a reminder to be mindful of our self-talk, isn't it?
It is. To actively cultivate a more positive inner dialogue.
Because it truly can make a difference.
It can. Well, as we wrap up our deep dive today, it really boils down to this. Taking care of ourselves isn't about reaching some unattainable ideal.
It's about making small, consistent choices that align with our values and contribute to our well-being.
Exactly. It's about those little things we do each day that add up to create a healthier, happier us.
And I think a good takeaway from all this is, as you go about your day to day, think about one small positive action you can take.
Something that will move you closer to your health goals.
It doesn't have to be anything grand, but it's got to be consistent.
Because remember, every small step counts on the journey to a healthier, happier you.
Absolutely. And those small steps, they can lead to amazing transformations.
They can.